right, y'all, we are live on this absolutely snowy Tuesday morning. Shout out to everybody in the chat and blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. It is a wonderful day to be alive, to be trading the Bitcoin, and we have a lot to go over today. We are going to be going over the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to be talking about why it's very likely we are going to get a very significant move either today or tomorrow. We're going to talk about it, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes if we can get this stream up to 750 likes. Before the end of the stream, we will absolutely be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Day. We have a lot to talk about today, y'all. We really do. It's gonna be an interesting stream. It's gonna be a very interesting stream. Let me just adjust a few things here. All right, y'all. Well, here we are, live. And give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. I have to. We are good to go. All right, guys. So we need to talk about Bitcoin because right now, Bitcoin is in fact at a very, very, very critical level. The reason this is such a critical level is because if we go back in time here, we can look at this green box that I have drawn on the chart and see that it was acting as a very important area of resistance back in January 2021, right after we had the massive break of 20K. And then again, it was acting as resistance in February, right before Elon Musk pulled his Twitter twatter out of the Twitter closet and tweeted us all the way toward the stratosphere. And then we can see it was acting as our resistance back in the summer, once, twice, 3 times, and then it acted as our support back in the fall. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we can see that every single significant, I should say, gateway into a new era of Bitcoin during the past year has had some kind of interaction with this level. Whether it be a massive pump or a massive dump, this level has been the gateway, it has been the doorway into a new market sentiment. For example, when we came above this level, everybody was super, super bullish. When we found resistance at this level, people got very bearish, thinking that potentially we were going to have more of a move to the downside. When we were rejecting off of this level, people were getting very bearish, calling for Bitcoin back down to the low 20s. I myself was even looking for Bitcoin going to the low 20s. And then when we broke out of this level, people were like, this is it. We're back to the bull market. We came down here, people were starting to get bearish, thinking, it's just a relief rally. We're putting in a lower high, and then we're going to go put in a lower low. And here we find ourselves again, finding some kind of support here. And not only are we finding support, but we are forming this falling wedge. Now, a falling wedge is just traditionally a bullish pattern where you have consolidation, and you're going to squeeze together until you get to the very tip. And then you are going to have a break to the upside. And the way you find the target is you're going to take a trend line from the high to the low, and you are going to just put that right here, on the top of the wedge, give or take, right? Give or take. And, really, this is how you measure the target there. Now, I do just want to point out the fact that if this wedge breaks to the upside, we have a very, very significant target of if we take a Fibonacci pull from the swing high to the low, all right? And I'm not discounting the fact that we could get a lower low here, but the target is coming in right around this golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. In addition, if we analyze the volume from the last time we were at this very important box of support to our current day, we can see that we have a very, very high volume node in this same exact area. And so the breakout target of this box is going to be now, the breakout of this falling wedge, the target, if we do break out, and if it's a full breakout, is going to bring us back up to between the $56,000 and $60,000 zone. Now, I do want to say something before I get further into this. Now, if we go to a higher time frame here, and we just turn off some of these things right here, we can see that the monthly time frame has printed a bearish divergence, which is very bearish, okay? We cannot deny the fact that there is the potential for more downside here. But we also, as I was saying yesterday, have to be well aware of the fact that we have been in a downtrend now for 3 months straight, okay? 2.5 months to be more precise. Over 2.5 months. And it is about time we get some relief. You can see here, it's not very common. Well, I shouldn't say it's not very common, but yeah, it's really not very common that we get more than 3 purple candlesticks in a row before we get blue. Okay, now ByBit only goes back to November 2018. We have 3 purple candlesticks, then we get some blue. Then we have 3 purple candlesticks, a month of blue. 2 purple candlesticks, some blue. 2 purple candlesticks, some blue, right? Then we have 3 purple candlesticks, some blue, 3 purple candlesticks, and some blue. All right? And so the reason I'm saying this is because we are due for some kind of relief. And if we are going to get that relief, then it just makes a lot of sense to me that we would find that relief at a very significant area of support. Okay, a very significant area of support, with the target being at a very significant area of resistance. And because the monthly is still bearish, on a higher term time frame, we could very well do something like this, come up here, reject, and then put in a lower low, coming down to maybe some of the other important areas of support before getting a bounce, and potentially putting in a higher high. Now, what I'm talking about here, guys, could take months. In fact, we might not start to see Bitcoin back on the mend again, potentially, until the springtime, right? We might get a bounce here, some relief. We might not even make it up here, put in a lower low, and from down in these crucial areas of support, which we can see right down here, okay, we do have some very important support down here that we can see just visually. This might be the bottom down here. And if that's the case, guys, I do want to point out the fact, if we still have more to go to the downside, okay? Now, I'm not trying to be a bearer of bad news or anything like that, but I do just want to point out the fact that if that is the case, then we would have seen Bitcoin basically trading in a very, very clear range with a very, very clearly defined low down here, right? A very clearly defined low right here, and a very clearly defined high right here. And really, we could look at this thing as a giant, you know, if we're just analyzing higher time frames here, we could really be looking at this thing as a really, really big, just a parallel channel almost, right? Just a parallel channel where we're just buying support and shorting resistance. And something else I want to point out is, you know, this, most of the time we are going to find that assets are trading sideways, and we can divide sideways markets into sideways markets, right? For example, during the past few, and if we go to a lower time frame here, during the past few months, we have literally been trading sideways in different periods of consolidation. We had this sideways range right here, which broke to the downside, giving us this sideways range right here, which broke to the downside, giving us this sideways little range right here, which broke to the downside. Now we're currently trading in this one right here. And this is a very important moment of decision, because this box of consolidation, this last one that I've outlined here for us, this is literally going to break up or break down, because that's what price action does, right? We go through periods of impulses up, impulses down, and then we consolidate. If this does break to the upside, it will be very, very significant, because it will be the first sideways range chunk of price action that we have put in since November that will break to the upside, potentially reversing this bearish market structure that we are in, at least temporarily, so that we can get some kind of a relief. And so that's why I'm saying that we are at such an important area of support right here with this wedge, okay? Now, speaking of sideways markets, it is important to notice the fact that the trades have been very, very good in this sideways range. This is a 12-minute time frame, guys, and the trades have just been so dang juicy, okay? Currently, I am in what I consider to be a swing long position from down here. The reason I consider that to be a swing long position is because if we go over to the Discord and we go to potential Bitcoin swing trade setups, let's see, the one that I am currently in right now is this setup that we gave, you know, actually quite a long time ago here, on the 3rd of January, that actually did, we came right down to that area, and we did get the bounce from there, so I'm still long from here. And I'm going to be talking about how I schlong. This is really how I trade. How I trade is I get myself in multiple positions, and I never close out the full position. I hold the positions, right? So this Bitcoin long trade that I'm currently in right now from that low is up. If we come over here to the profit and loss wall. By the way, guys, I don't actually trade for real. These are all paper trades, just so anyone knows. This is not financial advice. I do not advocate real trading in any way, but that long right now is up, you know, about 163% in profit. And then what happens is I missed this short, but that's okay because I managed to get myself into this long position down here. And the way we got into that long position in the VIP Discord, in the potential scalp trade setup channel, you can see that I had this plan right here. I had literally a plan and I missed the short. I was looking for a little bit higher. We dropped from right here and then I was looking to come down to this box for a long trade. And literally, you know, that's exactly what happened. We came right down to the intersectionality of the trend line and this high volume node with the golden pocket confluence for a bounce. So I am currently now long on the Bitcoin from right here, and this trade is very juicy. And then we shorted Bitcoin from up here because the next short that we were looking for was these two. I actually took two shorts. This one got stopped on profit. This one I'm currently still in right here. Gave the setup in advance in the VIP Discord, and that one is a very high leverage short, and I'm going to hold it in case we break down from the range. In case we break down from the range, that trade is currently up right now in some very, very juicy profits. And really, we've been just scalping this range. Every time we get our confirmations here, we're able to take a trade. And so there's endless opportunities. So never feel like you're going to miss the move. This trade right here was very juicy. We actually gave it live yesterday, live on my VIP stream, which I do every Monday, where we go over our trading plan for the week. I actually did give this exact setup right here as we were entering the trade live. And basically, yeah, we got a massive bounce from there. Then this morning, we got a bounce off the 618, and now currently long from down here. And these are trade setups that we are looking at in advance because we come up with the plan. And when the plan comes to fruition, then we take the trade. So this is the trade I'm currently in right now from the golden pocket down here. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. The way I trade these is I take profits. Take profit one is already hit on this trade. Stop loss is now at my entry. If we get stopped out in profit, then we just wait for the next trade. And that's how we're going to be trading while we're waiting for these bigger patterns to play out. We're going to be looking for those scalp trades, those intraday trades, because that is going to, you know, continue to make us money while we're waiting for these massive moves. So there's one of two things that I believe. By the way, if you do want to get into the Discord where we post this stuff, daily technical analysis, updates for Ethereum, Bitcoin, altcoins, you know, this Luna short that we're in right now, very juicy short trade that we took. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to learn how to trade like this and learn how to find those setups, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. There's currently a 20% discount in the description of the video. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader and start trading with confluence. You're going to learn 5 back-tested strategies that myself and other people use. Even if you've never looked at a chart before, this will help you out. This is helping thousands of people. All the technical analysis you need to get started, how to use the indicators, 5 trading strategies, as well as risk management and mindset so you don't totally blow your account. 20% discount in the description. Check it out, guys. So there's one of two instances, one of two scenarios that I see really playing out right here. The first one is that we have put in a bottom already down at this significant low, which was back here last week, down here at about 39.6 thousand. Okay. And if that's the case that we put in our low, what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for us to put in a higher low to continue potentially with a market structure reversal, right? What I want to see is a higher low now on a higher term time frame. So this is a daily time frame right here. And if we can put in a low now that is higher than this low, we very well may get a reversal and a continued move to the upside with some relief, okay? What are the two major areas I'm looking at to potentially put in that higher low? Really, it's just this Fibonacci pull from the swing low to the swing high. Firstly, I'm looking at the golden pocket, which is why I'm in a long right now from the golden pocket. Secondly, the 786 area is offering some very, very nice support. We do have a pretty big area of support down at the 786. And not only is it a 786, but we can see we tapped it once, twice, 3 times. It would be nice to come down, tap it again, getting a bounce off of that fib level, yet also establishing a higher low so that we can get another higher high in here. Now, the second scenario is that we actually put in a lower low, but the daily time frame is going to be giving us a bullish divergence. Okay, a bullish divergence. So if we come below this low, and we do have some important levels down here. Yeah, we have some important levels down here, guys. In the box that I still have on the chart here. So let's see. Let's put that box back on. Boom. Right within this box, anywhere within this box, as long as we're not closing daily candles below 39K, you know, we could get a bullish divergence on market Cipher B. And actually, very interesting. But we're currently getting a red dot on market Cipher B on the 1 hour time frame, which is kind of bearish. Okay, that's kind of bearish in the short term. And so basically, if we do get this bullish divergence, and if anybody doesn't know what a bullish divergence is, a divergence is where price action and momentum on market Cipher B are doing the opposite thing. So if price is putting in a lower low and momentum is putting in a higher low, that is a divergence, because price never moves in a straight line. Price will, depending on the trend, be putting in a downtrend, we'll be putting in lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. So if you see that we're continuing in a downtrend, making lower lows every time we get a movement to the downside, but you see the momentum on market Cipher B is giving you a higher low, that is a bullish divergence, showing that there needs to be a correction, because it's showing us that money and momentum is coming into the market, yet the price continues to trade at a lower price, which means there needs to be a correction to the upside. Now, I want to take a look at money flow here on market Cipher B, because money flow can really give us a good indication of where things are kind of heading. So I'm going to turn off the big dots, sorry BitBoy, and I'm going to turn off everything, basically. Everything except the money flow. And I just want to point out the fact that money flow right now on the daily time frame is coming up. Okay, we can see money flow coming up on the daily time frame. We go to the 6 hour time frame. What do we see? Money flow is coming up, showing that there is money coming back into Bitcoin. You know, during this consolidation period right here, we're seeing money flow coming up. We go to the 4 hour time frame, and what do we see here? We really see money flow coming up on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, we come down to the 1 hour, and what do we see? Again, it's not as poignant here, but we do, if we pull it from back here and we take it from right here, we can see the money flow is making higher lows as price is making lower lows. And so if we do get another move to the downside, because we're getting some bullish signals here, I think it's very possible that the movement to the downside will culminate with a reversal to the upside. How much of a reversal? I don't really know. Like I said, my final target would be around 57,000, but we definitely have levels before there. So if we start now to put in a lower low, we can see money flow coming up across multiple time frames. The money flow is very powerful, guys. You know, it is a very powerful indication. I've gotten into many trades simply just by looking at the money flow diverging with the price on market Cipher B. And so that's no joke to play around with here. Now, there is the very real possibility that we get more movement to the downside here and that we actually lose the support. That is a real possibility. And so basically what we need to do as traders, right? And we're not traitors, right? We're not betraying anybody. We're not committing treason over here, right? We're not Arnold Eggs Benedict over here, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, we're loyal. We're loyal to the mainstream political narratives of our day. We're down, guys. We're totally down with that, right? We're following the science, okay? But here's the thing. The truth is, we could absolutely lose this level. And if we do, we need to be aware of the supports that are below us, because as traders, as I was saying before, we need to have multiple scenarios. So for me, the two bullish scenarios are higher low, move to the upside, lower low, bullish divergence, move to the upside. And now I'm going to talk about some bearish scenarios. If we lose the box, where are some areas we need to be aware of? Well, for me, one of the biggest areas is going to be this. Okay, we have ourselves a Fibonacci retracement tool from the dump of the Roni Baloney to the all-time high. And that is coming from about 3,900 3,700 on March 2020 to the all-time high here at about 68.8K, 69K-ish. All right. Why is this such an important zone of support? Well, as I was saying earlier, we have this very important box, this green box that I drew earlier. And this green box is lining up very, very nicely with that golden pocket. And also that golden pocket is lining up very, very nicely with the idea that we simply have a giant sideways market that we've been trading for the past year and some odd days now, or even year and some odd months, right? Since really we're looking at this level from the end of December 2020. This would just be a very, very nice confluence to come back down to the low, because, you know, what did your grandfather tell you when you told him you were getting into trading, right? What did he tell you? He's an old man. You trust him. He's a smart guy, right? He's a smart guy. You trust him. And you told him one day, you're like, you know what, Pa? You know what, Grandpa? He's like, how's work going, son? You're like, Grandpa, I'm quitting my job. He's like, why? It's like, I want to become a full-time trader, Grandpa. He's like, son, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little thing or two about investing, because your grandpappy, he's been around the block a little bit, right? He's been around the block. And you know what he told you? He said, son, you know what? Investing is easy. All right. Now, I don't, you know, people be looking at charts and all this, doing all this technical analysis and stuff. You could just take all that and throw it out the window, son. Let me tell you what you got to do. Just simply buy low and sell high, right? He told you that. Buy low and sell high. And you're like, yeah, okay, Grandpa. But then what happened? What happened? You started trading, right? And what did you start doing? You started buying high and selling low and losing all your money until you finally realized, you know what? My grandfather's right. He's an old guy. He's been around the block or two. He's 94 years old. He's a rich guy. He worked his way up, hard work from the time he was a teenager, coming to a new country, being a minority, you know, getting a job and working his way up while he went to school at night. That's what my grandfather did. And he was right about buying low and selling high. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because when we buy at supports, there's a very high chance that we will get a move to the upside. And when we sell at resistances, there's a very good chance that we'll get a move to the downside. And because we're at a support right now, this is why I am looking for longs, right? This is why I'm looking for longs right now, okay? I am looking for longs right here because we are at support, and I want to do what my grandfather said. Now, if we lose this support, then I'm going to be looking down to this support, because literally what we should do is high and low is all relative depending on the context of the market. Right now, this is a local low. It's a good area to be looking for a long, mainly because we have the box of support. It is the value area low for the entire year of 2021. And if we don't get the bounce from here, then we should be looking down to the next level. And of course, guys, there are levels on the way down. If you're in the VIP Discord, you know exactly what levels they are because we are monitoring them closely. And there's a lot of them. But the main juiciest one is definitely going to be this golden pocket down here. And so that is pretty much my overall plan. And if we just break down the markets, as I was saying before, into sideways areas, it becomes very, very easy to see what is low and what is high, right? If we're going to be on a local time frame here, looking at a sideways market, I mean, literally, guys, looking at a sideways market where the high and the low is just very, very clearly defined for us, which is how we're able to, you know, literally buy low and sell high. And then, you know, we're dividing the lows and highs up into sub lows and highs, right? Where you could look now at this little area here as having local lows and highs. And then the other day we were looking at this little area of having local lows and highs, which is how we were able to get the long right here. And now we could potentially even be looking at this little area as having potential lows and highs, where we're rejecting right now off the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement with a red dot on the 12-minute time frame. And, you know, that's what makes technical analysis such a beautiful thing, guys. Because when you have clearly defined areas where you're looking for, and you have a very powerful indicator like a good old market Cipher, well, it can make it much, much less stressful and actually enjoyable, because you come to the charts, you come up with your plans, you do the hard work, and then you are good to go. So literally right now, my plan, if we lose this level, is going to be looking for us to come down to, here, let me see if I can find it. Right here, we have at the bottom of the 0.65, we have a level right here. So if we do get another move to the downside with a bullish divergence like this on the 12-minute time frame, I would like to see if I could get another long right from here, something like that, right? Something like this, where, you know, we're getting the bullish divergence as the money flow comes up, getting the uneven butt cheeks on market Cipher fee. And speaking of uneven butt cheeks, guys, you know, speaking of uneven butt cheeks, my desktop is a total mess right here. But I would like to point out the fact that uneven butt cheeks are definitely one of the most powerful indications on market Cipher, right? When you're partying, right, and you're at a rave and you got a drink in hand and, you know, you're feeling the music, you know what I'm saying, girl? But then you look down and you see something like this, where you see that thick left juicy butt cheek followed by this kind of bony skinny butt cheek, right? The left one's full of ravioli and butterball turkey breast, and the right one is full of, like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. What's a skinny kind of food, the opposite of butterball turkey breast? Full of celery sticks, right? When you see the left butt cheek full of butterball and the right butt cheek full of celery sticks as we're coming into a key level support, that is uneven butt cheeks because it looks like a butt. We could potentially get that now on the 12-minute time frame as we come in and come to this is actually a very important level of support, you know, where the chickens could potentially drink. So, you know, that is kind of what I'm looking for. And if I don't see the reaction I want here, then the next area that I'm going to be looking to potentially catch a bounce is going to be, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, is going to be right down here. So let me quickly remove all this stuff here and go back to this Bitcoin chart. The well, now I totally lost my spot. I'm totally lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's a good thing this is not financial advice. I only advocate paper trading. I myself only paper trade. And yeah, the next major area I will be looking for, if we don't hold this golden pocket, is that 786-ish area right there. And, you know, Ethereum is pretty much doing the same thing as Bitcoin. You know, short from up here. Took a long from down in this box. If we lose the box, I have other areas I'm looking for right now. So right now, this Ethereum trade has already hit a take profit 1, and I'm pretty sure I'm now stopped out of my entry. I don't remember my exact entry. It was not this level. It was a little bit lower. I actually might still be in the trade right now. I do not know for certain, but we can see the bullish divergences starting to form here on these time frames for Bitcoin and Ethereum as the price gets lower. And that's the main thing I look at when I am trading. I like to look at bullish sorry, can't really speak English today, guys. That's okay. English is overrated anyway. But man, I do think we could get a significant move to the upside, guys. I really do think that today. I have to be honest. If we get the bullish divergences and the 4-hour gives us a green dot, you know, I don't know. Not financial advice. I'm just the guy in the basement. Don't listen to a word I say. Don't listen to a word I say. Let's pop into the chat and see what's going on here. Wow, can we get some likes in here? We have 600 people. I can't believe that. And that's amazing, guys. If we can get 750 likes in here, I will absolutely be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Like the video, share the video, guys. Let's get this info out to people, because honestly, I'm giving away juicy info for free here. This is some juicy info, man. I mean, yeah, it's packaged in some nice uneven butt cheeks packaging over here. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you have to listen to me use Southern accents and talk about my Southern grandfather told me how to buy low and sell high. But, you know, when you strip it all down, you know, we got some good information out here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about now. And, let's pop into here and see. People are pouring acid into their eyes because of the butt cheeks. Yeah, that's cool. So we have an 8-day CVD divergence. We have an 8-day CVD divergence, says somebody. Well, let's check it out. Let's check out the CVD over here. Okay, let's check it out, and let's go to a higher time frame now. Let's go to the 12-hour time frame and see what we got playing out over here. Okay. Yeah, okay. We do have some CVD divergence on the higher time frames. We can see that price is making a higher high and CVD is making a lower low. which is showing us that there are people trying to short the market, but the market is being held up by larger players and their limit orders. So this is a little bit encouraging to me, saying that potentially we are going to put in a higher high here, and the bullish scenario is going to potentially here play out. And something else that we do have very similar to CVD divergences is a hidden bullish divergence on market Cipher B, where price is making a higher high into a key area of support and momentum is making a lower low here. Again, this is a continuation pattern on market Cipher B, and when combined with money flow coming to the upside, that's a very powerful indicator. And when we also see the CVD doing the same thing, that is also a very powerful indication that we are going to be coming up a little bit. But locally here, locally, we don't really have bullishness. We just have CVD convergence. They're doing the same thing as the price from the January 14th until today. But if we do go back to that wick we put in, we do have the CVD getting lower as the price is getting higher. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens right there. Yeah. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked on life, guys. I love life. I love trading. I love charts. I love technical analysis. I love all of you. You guys are the best. God bless all of you. And yeah, make sure to like the dang video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm super close to getting 76,000 subscribers. And shout out to everybody who yesterday in the VIP stream that we did took this little scalp, because it turned out pretty dang juicy. This is how it turned out, and so we took that live. And yeah, so yeah, that's what I got to say. If you do have a 20% discount on the trading course if you're interested, link in the description. And also, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, where we post uneven butt cheeks, but really where we post trade setups in advance, right? Like our Luna short. When we did the altcoin stream, we posted the trade in advance. And well, I didn't actually post. I gave the chart for you to import the chart. You can import my charts here for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. And then if the trade setup is very clear, confirmations, everything, give the heads up. And then we are going to come down, and we're I'm short on Luna still. And this morning I posted that we came to support right here, and this is a great place to take profit because we're at a support. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's a great community. We have a lot of awesome traders in here. I mean, really good traders. And right now, I'm just so curious to see, is Bitcoin going to hold this golden pocket or not? Right? Is Bitcoin going to hold this golden pocket or not? We got our bounce. We got our initial bounce from the golden pocket. We're long. We've taken profit one, stop loss at the entry. Are we going to put in here a higher low, or are we going to lose this? And are we going to have to look for a long at a lower level? So, when it comes to scalping, it's so important that you take profit one at, what I like to do is I like to take profit one at 0.6%. 0.6%. So if you get your entry, measure out 0.6%. And that's where I like to take anywhere between 25 to 50% of my trade out. We're limiting in and we're limiting out. It ensures that we are not going to lose the trade. If you limit out 25% at 0.6% and move your stop loss to the entry, you are not going to lose money. And what's going to happen is you are going to have lots of small wins and break evens, and then you're going to have a massive win. And those are going to add up over time. So, in the last 2 days, in the last day, I've taken 1, 2, and now 3 Bitcoin scalps. But you have to understand, this is in the backdrop of me holding a short from right here and holding shorts from much higher, and also holding a long from down here, right? And this is schlonging. This is how you're going to ensure that you are never losing money, but you are always slowly growing your account. It's very important. It's something that has helped me so much. Not only does it help you to lock in profit so that you don't lose money, but it really takes a lot of the pressure off, because I talk to so many people who they close their whole trade too early, right? They lose a few trades, so the first time they see green, they take out like 100% of their trade, like right here, and then they only made like a tiny little bit of money after taking some significant losses. But if you take 30% of the trade out at a 0.5% move, and then you move your stop loss to your entry, you're not going to lose. And if price pumps, then you can still be making a lot of money on the rest of your position. So it's ensuring you're not going to lose the trade, and it takes all the pressure off, because people have such an all or nothing mentality. They're like, I have to have all my position in or all my position out. People are like, I have to close 100% of my trade at my target. No, you don't have to do that. Don't ever do that. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, and I only paper trade, right? This is not financial advice. I'm not even a trader. I only paper trade, and I just like to look at charts because it tickles my fancy, guys. You know, I got my fancy over here, and when I look at charts, I go, it just tickles it, right? And so, you know, this is not financial advice, not real trading, but for my paper trades, it takes all the pressure off, because, you know, when I have already guaranteed that I'm not going to take a loss, or at very least I'm going to take a very minimal loss, then it's like, I don't have to worry about it, right? I could do a live stream right now and say, if the trade gets stopped out after take profit one, it gets stopped out and take profit one. I'm already still holding a short from higher. I'm already still holding a long from lower. There's absolutely no pressure. As opposed to if I had the all or nothing mentality, where I'd be like, I'm finally in a trade. Let me take all my profits out right here. And I'm like, oof, glad I took profit. And then poof, it's like, dang it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So, and that's part of the stuff we go over in the course, right? When we go over risk management and mindset, this is really going to help you not lose money and make money. Of course, fake money, fake paper trading money, especially when combined with these strategies, because if you can combine risk management with good trading strategy, you're going to put yourself in a very advantageous situation, because you have to think of it as, you know, you could take a trade anywhere. It's a 50-50 shot. The price is either going to go up or it's going to go down. But if you can put the odds in your favor, where instead of 50-50 shot up or down, it's going to be, you know, a 30-70 shot. 30% is going to go down, 70% is going to go up. And then you combine that with good risk management, where you're locking in profits, making sure your losses are minimal, using good risk to reward. You're gonna not blow. You're gonna grow your paper account over time if you stick to these principles. I've talked to so many people who have been struggling to be profitable. They apply these basic things, and it makes a huge difference, guys. So, shout out to everyone here in the chat, guys. Thanks for liking the video. And so Smack Shay says we're going to drop to 40.2. Aaron Grierson is yelling at this person, Becky, who's spamming that we're going down to 12K. Thanks for holding the wrench, my friend. So MVM Land says, what made me enter the 41,300? I was checking the same level because the 12-minute didn't have bullish divergences. Okay, yeah, so let's talk about that. The 43.1, the 41.3. The reason I entered this trade is because we did have a bullish div right here. We had a bullish div right here, and this is the 15-minute time frame. The 12-minute time frame, it was pretty hard to see, but even on the 12-minute time frame, we can go back and see the divergences from this point to this point, from here to here. And then also on the lower time frames, when we came down to that level, we were getting the clear 1-minute bullish divergence. Money flow was coming up here, and I had some limit orders set as I saw these things forming down to the 0.65 and even a little bit below. And that's why I entered it. I find that if you go across multiple time frames, and don't kid yourself, but if you see money flow coming up on the 1 minute, you see bullish divergences significantly forming here on the 1 minute, you see it on the 15-minute, and did we have something on the 20-minute too? No, not really, but we kind of did from back here, right? We kind of did from back here. And we had money flow coming up as well. So it's at a very key support. So yeah, my interpretation of market cipher is biased through the levels as well. Like if we're at a golden pocket and I know it's a key support, then I'm going to be I'm going to be biased already, looking for a long, and so I'm going to be looking for those bullish things on market cipher B, right? We have to take everything together. Step number one, price comes to your level. Then you're going to be looking across multiple time frames to try and determine what is market Cipher saying. I'm already biased looking to a long because my old grandfather said buy low and sell high. And now if I see things that are going to make me want to buy low, well, I'm going to go ahead and buy low. I mean, look at this on the 6-minute time frame. We got a real nice bullish div right here. And I didn't even long the bottom, right? I waited until we came up a little bit, came back down, and saw we got a nice trigger wave right here as well. So we got our first bullish divergence. And then we came up, we came down, we got a trigger wave right here with money flow coming up. That to me was a little bit of confirmation right there, so I entered the trade. All right. Now again, this ain't no financial advice. You wouldn't listen to a Southern Hick. All right. You wouldn't listen to a Southern Hick. You shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. How do you see it fast enough to trade, Top Dog? Well, we're waiting for these things, man. We are waiting. I am waiting for this level. I mean, you know, I mean, the thing is, this trade setup that I had here, that's not the trade setup. This is Luna. If we go to the Bitcoin Scalp Trade channel, the trade setup, I posted this on the 14th of January. So that was 4 days ago. I'm looking for this exact level. So it's like, it's not like I all of a sudden am like, oh my goodness, I see all that, blah, 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 let me go. No. I'm waiting for this, right? I'm waiting for this since the 14th of January. And then again, even still this morning, right? I'm posting the trades and I'm saying that, what did I say here? I said even when we got the bounce off the 618, I'm saying we could even still come lower into the golden pocket to the 0.65 or even below it to where KPAX, shout out to KPAX, by the way, in the Discord. KPAX had a level there. And so even when we got the first bounce off the 618, I'm already looking for us to come down lower here. I'm like, I don't like that bounce because the 12-minute didn't look, yeah, we had a bullish dip, but I'm like, we can come lower here, right? We didn't have the confirmations I was really, really looking for. I took the trade anyway, and then I locked in profit. We came down lower, and then I saw my confirmation. So this is like planning in advance, taking it step by step, analyzing it as we go. This is not just open up the chart randomly and like look at it and say, oh, time to go in. Like, you know, the premeditation. What is that called? First degree paper trading. First degree paper trading. Premeditated. Y'all know what I'm saying? So shout out to everyone who liked the video, by the way. And yeah, Grandpa is a great financial advisor. JL wants me to explain the uneven butt cheeks again. Yeah, let's explain those cheeks, guys. Let's explain the cheeks, okay? So uneven butt cheeks are where you have the left butt cheek being very plump. And nice and big, and nice and round, and lots of ravioli inside, and the butterball turkey, and the tomatoes, well, true Italians don't say tomato sauce, and the gravy with the meatballs, and the sausages, and all those things, right? So, kosher sausages, right? Of course, kosher, right? But, so, and then you have the right butt cheek over here.
And the right butt cheek is that, you know, that skinny old lady at the diner. You know what I'm saying? The one who smokes too much, and she's real skinny, and she's old, and she's got wrinkles on her face because she smokes too much. She's like, hey, get over here, Dolores, this guy needs another cup of coffee. All right, she's got the Brooklyn accent and all that.
And basically, what we're going to be looking for on Market Cipher B is we are going to be looking for what I like to call uneven butt cheeks, where we do see a left butt cheek being very juicy, full of the butterball turkey, and then we see the right butt cheek nice and skinny, but we also need to see that combined with price making a lower low, okay? This is called a bullish divergence, right? And when price is making a lower low into a key area of support, in this instance, it was coming right into our green box of support, and we saw this butt cheek right here, this butt cheek, and the butt crack. We can measure the butt crack right here. We have about an hour and 6 minutes of butt crack. You know, that to me that's a signal that we're going to get a reversal there, or at least a scalp, right? The scalp that we took live yesterday on the VIP stream. This one right here, okay? This scalp, this was what it looked like when I entered. Very blurry here. But we can see we'd come down to a key area of support. And look at what we were seeing live in real time at that time. Right here, right where we entered the trade, right here, was this. We go to the 12-minute time frame. And look at this. Look at this. And the 12-minute time frame is one of the most powerful. We got ourselves a nice juicy butt cheek right here, and a nice skinny Brooklyn accent smokes too much butt cheek right here. Zoop, and price zoop, coming down. Now you have to remember too, this is not just randomly, although you can have very good success just trading this without any kind of technical analysis. But we had this level right here, right? We had this level of support right here, and we were looking for us to come below with the uneven butt cheeks and then get a pump. And look at that pump, right? And we caught it. We caught the pump, and it was a juicy one. It was a juicy pump, right? The scalp, 53%. Even though it's just a small move like that, if you're using high leverage, and I don't recommend high leverage to new traders, but if you have a very important area of support that you're saying there's a high probability we're going to get a bounce here, and you what am I trying to say? You see your confirmations, right? The butt cheeks. Then go ahead and use high leverage, because high leverage will allow you to risk very small amount of your paper trading account in order to get a very high percent on your paper trading account. So when I scalp with high leverage, I'm only risking 0.5 to 1% of my total paper trading capital, my fake money. I'm only risking 0.5 to 1% of my fake money, but I'm leveraging it up. So really, because this trade was using 45x leverage right here, I was able to put the equivalent of half of my trading account onto this scalp while only risking 0.5%. And really, we can risk even less than 0.5% if after we get the initial bounce and we can TP1, we move our stop loss either to the entry, or we can just move our stop loss underneath the last swing low. Because here's the reality. The reality is, we can have, if we're risking 0.5% of our account, or if we're risking 1% of our trading account with 45x leverage, then we could enter the long position right here, okay? And our stop loss is, once that low is put in here, we're only risking, if we're risking 0.5%, let's say we're putting 1% on our trade. Now I'm really only risking 0.33% of my total trading portfolio right here to take this trade with high leverage. But I only recommend that to people who are experienced traders, because if your entries are off and you're using high leverage, you're probably going to get liquidated. And you also you have to be experienced with using the exchange so that you can limit order out. Otherwise, you're going to get wrecked with fees. You're going to get absolutely wrecked with fees. So don't just ease your way into that, right? Ease your way into that is what I would recommend. So yeah, let's see what we got going on in the chat here. So Crypto Pump is vomiting. Sorry, bro. Shout out to CR7 Gaming. How do you get into the VIP Discord? You go to patreon.com/Jason Castor. That's right, Master Chef. There's tilapia in the right cheek and butterball turkey in the left cheek. There's uneven butt cheeks on the 1 minute right now, says Race Fan. Interesting. Oh, the dripping water. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, it's actually my hydroponic. I forgot to. I usually unplug it during streams, but as you can see, I have a different setup right now, temporarily, no camera and stuff like that. So, I've got the hydroponic system in the basement here. Yep. Simon Schmidt. I only trade with paper money. This is not financial advice. I am not a trader in any way, shape, or form. All fake, 100%. So, I wish it was real because of all these gains I'm making, but at least my paper account is growing. And let's check out the 1 minute time frame here. Yep, look at that uneven butt cheeks. We had them here, and we got to move to the upside. I don't know if I necessarily like how this is looking here. I think we might. This is the make it or break it moment, guys. We're retesting that 618 right here. That's why we're getting some kind of support. That is a golden pocket. The top of this box is a golden pocket, 618. The bottom of the box is a 0.65. So this is key, guys. This is crucial right here. This is crucial. You know, this is crucial. And we're going to see right now if we're going to get a chickens drinking water type bounce from here. It looks promising. I have to be honest with you guys. It looks promising that we could do something like this, right, where we get a big FOMO wick, and then close the candle up above this level here, and that will initiate a potential bounce. And if we don't get that, then you know, I'm looking to a lower support. I gotta be real. So we're gonna see what happens here. We are gonna see what happens right here. Thank you everybody for liking the video. Appreciate it. You guys are the best. Seems like most of you think Bitcoin's gonna pump. And no, I'm not growing weed down here. I'm growing other herbs, guys. Come on. Come on. Andrew Ferguson, ByBit. No, it's totally possible to get out without getting wrecked. You have to use limit orders, you know? You have to use limit orders. Which time frame is best for scalps, Habib? I personally like the 6 and the 3 minute. Sparky the bot, we will keep you up to date on that. We are working hard on it. SMP is dumping. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily. What do I think about the blood diamond on the 15 minute? Let's actually check out. Let's turn on our good friend Market Cipher A. We have a blood diamond over here on the 1 minute, which brought us down pretty dang far. Look at all these yellow X's. Wow. Sheesh, man. Have you guys ever seen such so many yellow X's? Oh my goodness. What is going on? What? It's crazy. Look at all those yellow X city over here, man. Sheesh. Well, you know, the blood diamond, I wish it was a yellow X, so I have to be honest with you. That blood diamond signifies some kind of EMA crossover, and I'm not sure which ones. But, I mean, this is the 12 minute. You said 15 minute. It does have the potential to bring us down. I mean, I'm really kind of hoping here. I'm really hoping that we get some kind of crazy, what people would call manipulation, right? Most people would call, what I'm hoping for right now is what most people would call manipulation, right? I want to see us get a very fast move to the downside and then get a very fast move back to the upside and close the candle above that level and see bullish divergences. But I don't like, you know, I don't like the way this butt cheek is flopping right here, because here's the thing. You know, a lot of times we will see that the butt cheeks, they start out uneven, but then they're actually flopping, right? Because what happens is she tried to put fix-a-flat in the right-hand cheek, and instead of making it symmetrical like this cheek, it actually flopped out to the side. And that could be an issue. The way we can tell if we're going to get floppy butt cheeks is, first of all, when you see the momentum wave starting to curve down like this, instead of looking nice and tight like that, that's a sign of floppy cheeks. And also on the 1 minute time frame, if we see that momentum and stuff is getting lower on the 1 minute time frame, that also is a sign that we are getting floppy cheeks. So right now, I don't necessarily like the 1 minute too much. Although, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the best right now. It's not the best, right? But, you know, if we start to see momentum coming down even lower now on the 1 minute, that's how you know that the cheeks are going to flop, right? And that they tried to use fix-a-flat to fix the cheeks on the, you guys know. Y'all know. Sorry, Crypto Puppet Man. Is a CDW in process? Maybe. Shout out to John Shanks. First time in the chat, John Shanks. Welcome, my friend. May God bless you in Jesus' name. I pray you are super blessed, bro. Thanks for being here. Bitcoin will die in less than 6 months. It has to. It could never become the world currency. If it did, then own most of it. If it did, those that own most of it will rule the planet. Yeah, you know, that's a good point. B, my friend, that is a good point, you know, because you would think that the people who control things wouldn't want Bitcoin holders to have power unless Bitcoin was created by those who control things, right? Does anybody in here speak Japanese? Because there is a rumor out there that Satoshi Nakamoto means Central Intelligence or something in Japanese, and I have no way to verify that. If anyone speaks Japanese, please let me know. Crypto Pumpet, I'm so sorry, man, that the uneven butt makes you so sick, bro. And I know you're not feeling the best. I'm sorry. Shout out to Dion Cox, who joined the VIP Discord and helped him out a lot. I'm so glad to hear that, my friend Dion. Wow, look at that, guys. Look at that. Wow. Man, massive pump. Massive pump. Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive here. This is Chop City, guys. This is absolutely Chop City. If you know, you got to make sure you got your confirmations and you're taking your dang profits. If you're scalping this, please take your profits. You know, this is a giant head and shoulders on the 1 minute right here. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. And where's the target of this head and shoulders? Where is the target? I'll tell you. Tell you where the target is. If we do get the head and shoulders, right about here. Right about here. Which, guys, you know, honestly, this is coming down to a pretty interesting area of support that we do have in this general zone here. So be aware that we have the head and shoulders coming down to this important zone of support. And this is a major area that I would be looking for for the last hope of putting in a higher low before going down to Sheol, and the earth will open up her mouth and swallow Bitcoin alive down to Sheol. All right? Down to Sheol. Right? Let it be forever ingrained that this could be a head and shoulders. Yeah. Let's see. Awesome. Thank you so much for liking the video, guys. I wish we could get 750 people even in here in general, but you know. Shout out to Emerson Torres. Shout out to Josh Compton, who says that the Discord is well worth it. Uneven butt cheeks on the Ethereum 15-minute. Yeah, J-Boy Bullish makes a good point. You know, it's the same as fiat. Andrew G, may the Lord bless you as well. And shout out to Encore, who's halfway through the course and loves it. God bless you too, my friend. ADA is up and down any prediction. Bitcoin dominance is up 120%. Wow, that's crazy. Well, yeah, I actually do. Speaking of Sol, no, this is Sol. This is the Sol short we're in right now. Juiciest profits ever, guys, by the way. But yeah, let's take a look at ADA. Let's take a look at good old Cardano. My good friend Cardano. Reminds me of my friend Dano. He got a new car. And it was a used car. He thought he got a pretty good deal on it. He thought he got a pretty dang good deal on it, my friend Dano. My good friend Dano, he thought he got a pretty good deal on this used car. And, you know, he bought the car. He bought the car right here when it was worth this price. And it turned out to be a really nice car at first. And it kept giving him problems. He had to put money into it, giving him problems, put money into it, giving him problems, put money into it, giving him problems. Now, I do want to point out the fact that that Cardano is getting a bounce off of our Fibonacci golden pocket. And one of the trade setups I gave for Cardano when we had the live stream 2 Wednesdays ago, was if we got the uneven butt cheeks, sorry Crypto Pumpet, on the daily time frame, as we came down to the golden pocket and the daily was giving us uneven cheeks, which it definitely was, uneven cheeks on the daily, that I would long it. So I am long on Cardano from right here. Now, again, I do want to point out the fact that not only did Cardano come down to a key area of support on the USDT pair, but if we look at the Bitcoin pair as well, key support right here. This is the Cardano Bitcoin pair coming right also into that golden pocket with a daily big old green dot right here. Okay, and so we came into very strong support. Now, what is happening right now? We are simply getting a retracement. And if we take a fib pull from this swing high here to this swing low, we can see that we are coming in directly into the golden pocket. And so it's no surprise that we are getting some kind of a resistance here. Now, here's what we need to be very, very careful of, extremely careful of. This is the daily time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hour. We need to be careful on the daily time frame that we are not going to get a bearish divergence here. Okay, if we confirm a red dot in the daily after putting in a higher high and we put in a lower high, this is now going to be upside down butt cheeks. And the way we do that is we come over here to edit and we go to view tools. No, edit to view. No, there's a way to do this. Aha, yes, this is it, guys. This is it. And then not only that, but we have to flip horizontal, okay? Because we still want if the left butt cheek is very plump and the right butt cheek is very skinny, okay? That's what could happen right here. And that could really take us down lower. And I have to be honest with you, I have no trust in Cardano, right? Just like my friend Dan who bought the car, he thought it was a good deal. Why did he think it was a good deal? He thought it was a good deal because he saw the car. It was in a falling wedge like this when he bought it. And not only that, but, you know, our friend Dan actually bought the car literally right here on this wick. And the way he did that was in the VIP Discord. Man, this is a long time ago now that we longed Cardano in here right from that wick. And it was epic. It was one of the most epic trades I've ever taken. I have to be honest with you. It's one of the most epic trades that I've ever taken. Here it is, literally right from the wick, like right from the wick right there. And the way that we found that trade was, you know, we were looking at that golden pocket as we were forming this, at the time, what seemed to be either a descending wedge or a symmetrical triangle. We wanted to see the butt cheeks there. We got it. It was off to the races, breaking out of the wedge, and then, man, just Cardano just continued to let me down. She cheated on me multiple times. I forgave her. She said she wouldn't do it again. Then she wouldn't let me have her phone. And finally, like, the relationship was on the mend. I looked at her phone and she was talking to other cryptocurrencies that weren't me. And it was just a whole mess, right? And I said, you know, Cardano, if you come down to this area of support and the uneven butt cheeks are there, and I'm talking right side up butt cheeks, not upside down, then I think we might have a chance again. But because she's giving me right now the upside down cheeks, we need to be cautious. But here's the thing. If we go to the 4 hour time frame and we take a look at things are looking quite bullish, at least for now. At least for now, we don't have the bullish divergence on the 4 hour, at least with momentum. But unfortunately, we have the divergence with the money flow. If we go to the 1 hour, man, not looking the best. However, we have to understand that, oh man, this is really not looking the best, guys, because money flow is getting lower. Momentum is getting lower over time. So I don't really know. About Cardano. I have taken profits out, stop loss to entry. That's all we can do. Really, all we can do if we are not at a good place to enter a trade, all we can do is wait for the next trade. And when the next trade comes, enter it with a good entry, take profit, win in profit, and ensure that we're not going to take a loss. That's really the best way to handle it. If you're not in a position and you're wondering, is it going to go up more or down more? It's best to just go back to the drawing board, come up with a plan, and strategize for the next trade. Because the truth is, if we're in no man's land right here where we're rejecting off of a golden pocket after bouncing off of a golden pocket, this is no time to be entering a trade right now, right? The trade was either here or here. And if you missed both of those, don't speculate about whether it's going to go up or down. Go to the drawing board, say, if it goes up, what is the next level of resistance that I should short? I would say probably the golden pocket up here. And say, if it goes down, what is the next major area of resistance that I should long? And we should look to see, are we going to retrace down to this golden pocket right here? Not only is it a golden pocket, but if we zoom in a little bit, we can clearly see that we have a high volume node. If we just pull some volume right here, we've got the high volume node literally right there in the middle of that golden pocket. And what else do we have right there? We also have a very nice, a very nice, yeah, I mean, we have even like a daily level right there, kind of, right? Like a nice daily level, just a very nice level, right? We see resistance, support, resistance, support. You know, if you missed the trade for Cardano, I would either be looking up toward this area right here with the golden pocket and order block, or even down here with the golden pocket and the not the order block, the high volume node. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about Cardano. But on the daily time frame, as long as the money flow continues to come to the upside, hey man, like, you know, ain't no reason to get overly bearish. I'd be looking to retest the GP and then up to the next GP. I love GPs. I love GPs, and GPs love me. We're all a happy family. We're all a happy family. Yeah, crypto Chad, Bitcoin crypto Chad. Yeah, Cardano will whisper nothing in your ear. Yeah, sweet nothings in your ear. Can I take a look at Luna? Is pumping like crazy right now. Yes. Wow. Look at Luna. So I'm glad that we took profits at the support right here at this support at 75,000. The reason why that is such a strong area of support is because we can see that, well, if we turn on some of these fibs, actually, that's not a fib. I thought that was a fib. It's not a fib, but we can just see right here that we have this key area of support flipped into resistance, now acting as perfect support, which is why I said this morning in the altcoin trading channel that our Luna short is at support, a great place to take profit on your paper trade, of course, not trading real money. None of us are. Still keeping part of the trade open, and I'm still looking to take profits on this trade at the golden pocket. So right now, if we pull the fib from here to here, so long as we don't come above this golden pocket, I think it's still very probable that we can come down lower. And the reason I say that is because money flow on the 4 hour, honestly, is still coming down. So, you know, as long as money flow is still coming down on the 4 hour, I will still stay in the short. I have to say that we do have nice bullish divs on the 1 hour. So potentially this trade will be done, right? And I'll get out of the trade. But yeah, look at that. Bullish divs on the 1 hour, totally missed that. And yeah, so if anybody longed that support, that was a nice long. Yeah, because I totally didn't see these uneven butt cheeks there. But let's see what happens at the golden pocket, right? Let's see what happens at the golden pocket. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see at that golden pocket. Yeah, thank you everybody, by the way, for liking the stream. I appreciate all of you. You guys are the best. I pray that the Lord blesses all of you. And I actually have to head out, guys, because I have a meeting to attend to. Why do I paper trade? I paper trade because it's the safe thing to do in life. And the number one priority in life, this is a scientific fact, by the way, the number one priority in life is that you stay safe. You don't want to ever put yourself at any risk for anything that could potentially harm you emotionally, mentally, physically. You know, you don't want to do that because, you know, the goal of life is to be as safe and as convenienced and as comfortable as possible. And I know that if I trade my real money, I might put myself at risk to take a loss. And I would never want to do that, you know? I would never want to do that. In fact, I never take any risks in life. And that's why I still live in my mom's basement. Because, you know, I don't want to risk anything, right? That's why I'm single and I've never had a relationship. I don't want to risk rejection or having a bad relationship, you know? I've already had my own, I've already had my experience with Cardano, and that was hard enough. All right? That was hard enough. So, guys, I have to head out because I have a meeting soon. But God bless all of you. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, I truly do pray that all of you are blessed. In all seriousness now, no more joking. In all seriousness, the Lord has been so merciful and gracious to me, and everything that I have, I'm just in awe and full of thankfulness for all that he's done for me. And I pray he blesses each one of you. So receive this blessing in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. In Hebrew, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. In English, that means may the Lord bless you and protect you. May he shine his light upon you. May he have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you completeness. In the name of Jesus the Messiah. All right, peace, y'all.